Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy analysis of a Team England tour game. This one's a bit different to the others. Um, Team England is being represented by the England captain, Wolfin, called Wolfie Dan here, but Wolfin is what I'll be calling him. And he didn't select himself for playing in the Euro Bowl or Europe, and he's not actually on Team England. He's the captain. But I am going to be, including him in these analysis. The reason he's playing this week is Gegster, one of Team England, is on holiday for the week, so he's had his games subbed in by the captain and I think vice captain. I'm not certain. Greenskin Phil, who's playing the other game that Gegster was supposed to play. Representing team, I think it's the Hakflem Globetrotters. It is, yeah, is Wacky Pack. So I assume that's what he wants it to be called. WACIPC, Wacky Pack. Sure, let's go with that. Could be Wacky PC, but I'm just calling him Wacky Pack because it's easier. So I was asked just before this game whether or not these games are a deciding factor for who plays in the European and who plays in the Euro Bowl, where there are 12 people in Team England. 8 will be in the Euro Bowl, 4 will be in the European. I don't think that, I can't speak for Wolfin. It's his decision. I don't think he's mentioned that they're a deciding factor, as in whoever does the best results wise gets to be in the Euro Bowl or whatever. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Wolfin is just going to watch the games, see how people play with different teams, and then just pick the teams based on that. So I don't believe it's hard set with results or anything. I think they probably would have said something if that was the case. And I don't think that should be the case, obviously, because everyone's opponents in this are at different skill levels. So it wouldn't be fair to base it on just results. But obviously it is part of Wolfin's decision making process, I'm sure, people playing in these games. Since the nerf, I did play Underworld when they were good, can't, but since the nerf, the team doesn't appeal to me. They play similar to goblins. I don't like just fouling shit. So Wolfin is playing onions, as Jim has taken to calling them, pro elves, and Wacky Pack is playing. Oh, that's weird. Wacky Pack is playing Birds and is set up in the same broken corners that the Team England coach set up in. This is a rubbish setup. I don't know why he's copied it. So the reason to set up in corners, which is this three, is it defends. It makes the blitz more annoying, right? Because there's no outside player to get an assist on. If that makes sense. So if the back corner's a blodge, I don't know if he hasn't got any tackle. So, and if he wanted to hit the back guy, he could reach anyway, so that it doesn't protect them. So all he's done is make it easy to two dice one of the outside corners. If you put him there and him there, then these are harder to blitz, right? You can strength 5 there, guard on the front, blodge at the back. It's hard to defend these. Also, these are 3 back again. I'm not seeing why people are setting up in these very odd ways. The tabletop just not care so much about their setups. Again, I'm not going to go too heavily onto the not Team England player. I'm not shitting on him or anything. It's just this is the same setup that the Team England guy used. I think even down to the 3 squares back instead of 2. I don't know what's going on with that. So I would have thought we would have seen a Daka, but tabletoppers also don't seem to Daka, so it looks like he's set up to fight. I don't hate fighting. These are armor 7 pieces on the LOS, and you can always run away next turn, right? You just some 2+s to run away next turn, get your 3 hits in on the armor 7. So I don't hate not Daka in here. But if you Daka, you take no damage for the first 2 turns here. And if someone sets up like this, I would guess they're not great at defending the Daka. But we're not going to see one, so it's a shame. I haven't seen someone play a Daka properly yet. If this is the offense, it better have a... Okay. Close. I mean, if this was spread out more, this wouldn't be good enough. But because he's set up one square back and in the middle, this is okay as a blitz defense. Like, it's not a full blitz defense. You'd hope to see... I don't know. I've yet to see anyone set up a full blitz defense. But... So we got a rookie. We've got... This is not a leader thrower. I don't have to type leader on him for a change. He's playing with 2 rerolls and an Apo. He's got a DP even though he's got 1 bench. He's stacked dodge wrestle, which I don't like. If you're going to stack, I think wrestle strip's the way to go. The other possibility for a stack is dodge frenzy on a blitzer. Although in this case, you'll be glad you didn't take frenzy because this is the one team that you never want. Oh, I guess Necro's the other one where you just don't want frenzy on your team. But you don't expect to play many knobs. So, you know. Oh, wait a minute. He did a quick snap. He didn't use it. That's kind of interesting. Like, you'd feel like you would set forward here with these two. Hang on, let me go back. So I think you should have used the quick snap there because these could be pushes and they've got fend, right? So if you push out to the side, this guy would already be standing there. You get another 2 dice block. Then you can still move him anyway. Same on this side. And that's exactly what happened. You don't get a follow-up block now because you didn't want to expose a dodge catcher. But if you'd used the quick snap to actually do that, you could still have taken that block and moved the catcher back. Pretty silly to not utilize the quick snap there. Does get rid of one of the armor 7s. But isn't blitzing? Okay, I think that's way, way too conservative. No blitz seems a bit wild there. If you're going to stay and fight, blitz the other armor 7 guy. And you've made like an extra person is in the flat shape thanks to the way you blocked. It's not bad though. I don't mind just going full columns here. They are a bit too close together, these two on the right. Should have been 1 over if you were going to do that. Just to stop this from happening. You don't want the guards to be able to base multiple players at the same time. Again, we're not going to go too heavily into the opponent. He's just a random dude. But you don't roll dice without moving players. Move players first, then roll dice. That's just standard. Oh my days. Do you know what I was about to say? But I stopped myself because by the time I was going to say he'd already rolled a POW, so I waited to see what the result was. I was going to say, don't blitz the hard target. Don't blitz the armor 8 guy on the team when you have multiple armor 7 guys to hit. And he cast him. So what do I know, right? Just blitz the armor 8 guy, whatever. Cas him, he works. The Apo puts him back on for the second half, but there we go. So at this point, like, Daka's looking nice, isn't he? Oh, I mean, you've got to go in here, right? You've got to go in. You put the ogre there, a blodger behind him, 2 guards here, force all the dodges. You can't just stand the ogre there. What's the point in having an ogre? You're just going to have him just watch the action. Get stuck. Base him with the armor 7 guy, but not the ogre. Yes, I don't mind. I'll do more videos on this in the future. But the point of the Daka is to minimize attrition. There are other benefits to the Daka, and there is one obvious big downside. So it's not just like the guaranteed tactic that, like, so basically you can abandon the LOS and run backwards, right? So against the slower teams or against teams that set up 3 back, you're not even going to be based, right? Right now, he could just base up everyone, and you've got to make 2+ dodges. If you roll a 1 on your first action or a snake on your first action, like everyone's getting hit, right? If you get based up here, so that's all gone. Like the risk of that is gone if you run backwards, and then depending on how they follow you, you can do it again. And so now you're standing up here on turn 3, and that's when you start playing Blood Bowl. You can now got like 6 turns to get all the way down the pitch, but you've avoided the attrition and the dice rolls of the first 2 turns. So you should have maximum players and maximum rerolls. There is the downside of if your opponent knows how to defend against the Daka, the risk is completely on 1 turn, and it's down at your end zone. So if it does go horribly wrong, you're probably getting turned over. So it's not without risk. It does have a hidden advantage that people don't talk about a lot, though, which is people don't really know what to do with an agility into a bash team. Like, we used to see that a lot before the Daka was more popular. Like, the people don't know what to do. They just sort of stand around and they get based up, and then they just make a dodge and they stand around. Like, they don't know what to do because you got to kill some turns, right? You can't run down the pitch or you get forced in early. So you got to kill some turns. And people like mill and do something daft and screw up because they've just got to. Whereas if they've run backwards for 2 turns, now your entire like mind is focused, right? Because you've got to gain forward momentum. You're just aiming this way. So you don't have to like work out how to mill about the best and avoid being, there's a lot less to concentrate on when you've got 6 turns to get from here to here. It's all, I have to go forward. So it has that hidden advantage as well. But so people should learn how to do it. It's not always the right tactic against certain teams and against good players. The risk is very much heightened. Like, this is one of the teams that it's bad against because of the stand firm. Like, because of the stand firm and the fend, like, you have stand firm there, stand firm there. Like, it's hard to do something. You run up, you just hit them. They don't get pushed to the side where you can tag them, and now they've got to try and rearrange their defenses. They just stand up back in the exact same square with guard. So this is one of the teams that is actually hard to Daka against. But that's assuming that your opponent knows what to do when you Daka, and I can assure you that is not regularly the case. So you can see the immediate problem with this, right? He's not even half mansed, he's like quarter mansed. Like, so this is just giving him 2 blocks. He can blitz this guy and block the other guy. So it's just giving him a block and a blitz. So it's giving him a free block, essentially. This doesn't do anything. It doesn't, like, it's too easy to just blitz this fend guy and block this guy. So for some reason, you gain an extra block. So one or the other should happen. They should have no blocks and a blitz, or they should have, like, problems to solve because you went in. This is middle no man's land. Giving up an extra block every turn is how you increase attrition, which is how you lose games. I tell you what's interesting. He hasn't set up to do a foul. I think he could have set up to do a foul here. If he gets this guy down, I would foul it. It's in a good square. Don't bring a DP and then don't foul. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I mean, you just saw what happened to this guy exposing one of your better players, and you can't hide behind the reasoning that he won't blitz him because he's blodge step and armor 8, because you just saw that he did do that already. He got a stun, but this would have been a good foul, wouldn't it? If he'd brought him round the back to there as the assist and knocked him down, could have had a +3 foul with the DP protected. So normally the alternative to the Daka, that's a good version of it, is what I call, I don't know if anyone else does, I think it's just me, I call the do-si-do, right? You do a little feint up one side, players run across to try and get in front of you to stop him running down, and you go back to the middle and some of the middle players go up the other side. You do-si-do, like you drag them out of position back and forth, trying to run around. That's the other thing that isn't like the Daka that you should learn. Just the do-si-do, right? You create like an L shape, and then you reverse the L shape. These players in the middle go up here, and these players down here go back to the middle, and these players trying to get in front of you just have to run back and forth. It's particularly effective against dwarves, tomb kings, players where they have slow players that can't dodge. They're not very reactive. So dragging them out of position. It does also work against other teams. Like, it's pretty effective against someone like Necro, because the fleshies want to be everywhere and they can't. They're only movement 4. So the puzzles are, in this case, this puzzle you can set, which, like, giving away blocks, is you bully. They have to solve what's happened. The puzzle you set is bullying them, because you have multiple guard, you have a strength 5. You can base without taking blocks back here if you set up a correct puzzle. And then they've got to work out how to get out of that, like in the best option. And if they do something wrong, if they dodgeless dodge, they don't move the ball before taking a snake, then they screwed up the puzzle, and you get to murder their entire team. That's the puzzle you can solve. It's not. It doesn't mean you base with players that like just get 2 diced back. You have to set good puzzles, not puzzles that have easy solutions. Like this was a puzzle, right? But it had an easy solution. So the puzzles you set on offense are what I just said, something like the do-si-do, right? A Daka, the puzzle is how to defend against the Daka. But a do-si-do like this, the puzzle is how to best make sure that you get in front of these players, but don't let these players like claim space going the other way. And then if they do manage to get round you, how do you get back in front of these players while stopping these players from coming round? Like, you don't want players behind you when you're defending. So the puzzle you set as the offense, you should be spread out. You should be threatening, like running lone scoring threats into the backfield. And you should maintain a wide stance with it. Don't just have all your players in a bunker here, because they will L shape around you. That's the solution to that puzzle, right? This guy over here probably should have been backed up with another guy to stop him from being the blitz and creating this L shape. So he has to cover these players going left, and he has to cover these players going right. That's the puzzle that you set up. You threaten like movement on multiple fronts. It's hard to cover everything. And as you can see, he's not solved the puzzle at all, is he? He's given up easy space coming down here. He's given up space coming round the back. Like, he's basically given up an easy reverse swap. The pro elves might not want to do that because it's really early in the drive, but that's up to them. But he's crammed his players into a small circle in the middle and has allowed the pro elves to go around both sides. Interestingly, the pro elves have decided to punch an ogre. And did it in a way that you can't foul it. Okay, I really don't like that. Like, if you're going to do that, because on a push there, he's still based on him, right? So he should have come down there. So on a pow, he goes there. And, oh, I can't reach. Never mind, he can't reach anyway. Oh, no, he could. This guy hasn't moved. Okay, so on a pow, he goes there. You move this guy out of the way, and then the DP can go in and do like a +4 foul on an ogre, which is his only mighty blow, and you're pro elf, so that matters. You've brought a DP. You've got to do something with it. Don't take the skill and not use it. If you're not going to foul, that player should have a different skill. Oof. 4 minutes. And I think, I mean, and this has ended up with, to me, a bad position for the Pro Elves, right? They've given away a block on an armor 7 catcher, which is bad. And they've run their players back into a small space in the middle of the pitch, allowing the nobility to re-enclose them again. These guys can come out to the left, these guys can come out to the right, and they've re-enclosed them again. They've basically reset and not taken advantage of the bad positioning of the nobility at all. Like, it's not the worst. The ball isn't unsafe or anything like that. But they've basically reset where they could have taken advantage, taken some space, spread out even more. So now they're basically going to be starting from turn 4 just as if they just started the game. So obviously he may make more mistakes and leave it on, but if that was his one bad turn and you don't take advantage of it and suddenly he starts playing like better again, you'll regret that missed opportunity. I do like that. I do like that he used this guy as the assist and didn't just stand him up as the assist. Obviously, you want to put the guard in the best possible space. You don't want to just stand him up there. So I do like that he did notice that. And he's dead. This is why you don't give up a block. Be dead. And then, this is the problem, isn't it? He just gave up that block and now he's dead. Well, the thrower is holding the ball because it's a 2+ pass with pass. And the Pro Elf catchers have nerves of steel. So even if you base them, it's still a 2+ catch with catch. And then if they've got dodge, a 2+ dodge with dodge. It's all 1 in 96s. But you're absolutely right that he could have handed it off already and had it be in on a 8 movement, 8 dodge piece. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Especially as now one catcher is dead. So I mean, again, we're not going to bang on about this, but Wacky Pack should be moving his players before he takes this blitz. He's also blitzing from the wrong direction. He should be blitzing straight up. If he does a push here, both of these players are just stuck. That's a rookie mistake, right? Both of these players are just stuck then when he wants to base with these players. He should be blitzing straight up. Yeah, I'm on board. Basic. It is, however, not a straightforward decision, right? It does give you more opportunity if the catcher is if the ball is on the catcher, you can't throw a pass anymore, so it's like stuck. Whereas if the ball is on a thrower, you have those like 97% opportunities to get the ball pretty much anywhere to any other elf. So it's not just a straightforward thing, but yeah, I absolutely think he could be carrying on. If he'd already done the handoff and was carrying on a movement 8, I wouldn't have said a thing about it. Like, he has to do the risk at some point, right? He's unlikely to be scoring on the thrower against nobility who will get in the way because the thrower is movement 6 without dodge. And this guy running back and doing this? And not going in. So this is what I mean, right? He's doing these half mans in things. This guy should be there. Or this blodger should be there, and then this guy should be there. You know, get the width in, get the assists in. Don't let them like get 2 dice blocks on you. The ogre doesn't have guard. So the ogre should have been on the outside and the guard should have been on the inside. Because this is just giving a block, like, immediately. And there we go. Imagine if that was a POW and death. Because you, for no reason, put these the wrong way round. The guard in the middle is being protected by the other guard. And this guard, however, is not being protected by anything because he went there and he didn't move up. So he's just giving up extra hits. This puzzle, again, has an easy solution. It's taking 2 dice blocks on players you don't want to take 2 dice blocks on. He ate 3 2 dice blocks there. And the goal for every turn is to eat 1. I mean, the actual goal is to eat none, but that's not normally possible. Yes, if the ogre had guard, but like, so just to stop a 1 dice or something, but the ogre having guard makes all of that dodging anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the ogre on the outside is just better because it can't even be 1 dice. It can't be anything, right? It's just protecting. It's locking down this entire wing. You know they're going that way. Again, we should be moving these players over here to be in a screen. Another Kaz. Wrong square. Should be there. And then this one goes there. And then, or you can base, right? Because you got this guard, again, he's mansing people. He's basing people. Right now, you could be absolutely aggressive about it. I mean, he might be, right? He hasn't finished moving. He should go there. Guard should go there. No, he's not going to base. Guard went there, but he didn't back it up. Tackle on the dodger. And what's this blodger doing? Just standing around the middle. And there we go, right? Taking 2 dice on your wrestler guards. Does get a removal. Has to use the Apo. There we go. Nerves of Steel. Not dodging from tackle, so didn't matter. Gets POWs and a Kaz. He's got bench, so the Kaz. But if the KO doesn't come back, he's on 10. Problem here is, if this Ogre POWs him, that's a sack on the ball because he didn't do a rush here. He should have done a rush here. Or I think maybe he could have just cut the corner. I don't know. No, he's coming from the wrong angle. So he should have done a rush here. If this is a POW, you can sack the ball, which is not great. And in case anyone's wondering how, you run this play around there. Oh wait, you can come in here, do it this way, and then you can 1 in 9 through there because you can chain up, right, and push him off. So you tech the POW, fill these 2 squares, block up, chain off, and come in that way. Or 1 in 9 if it's a push. You could, but you need the players for the chain. And you might not even fancy it, right? A 1 in 9 here, and he just scores. So, like, I'm just saying you can. It shouldn't be on because someone might go for that. Just for the sake of doing a 1 in 36, which, like, just protects the ball completely. The ball's even on a wrestler. But was it 2, 4, 6, 8 on the pitch? You could just try and block him, block off this angle a bit, block him. Ogres on these two. You know, you can probably still block him in and stop the score if you want instead. Didn't follow to base this one. I don't really know why. Didn't know that was going to be an armor break when you did that, did you? Blitzing from the wrong direction here. Pows him off the other players. I mean, this is the problem, isn't it? It's hard for Team England to practice against people who are missing the basics like this. Like, why would you push him there and not there? He hasn't got dodge. Like, obviously, and even if he does have dodge, that's a 1 in 36. Like, that could go wrong. And he doesn't have dodge. It's a 1 in 6 that could go wrong. Why have him free for no reason? Why not follow there to have him have to dodge? Like, all of these little things, they add up. They make the Pro Elves turn a lot easier, and so it's less useful as practice. Hmm. Let's say that was a 1 in 36. Could we do anything with that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could fill both of those squares. I'm not certain how helpful that is because I don't know. Because you can always change this square. This square being empty sucks. Can't really. You'd have to come round. Oh, you could do it. Yeah. Okay. So if that was a 1 in 36, not that I'm saying like there's anything particularly better than this. I think there probably is. This guy being up would have fixed it. So if this is a 1 in 36, or if it's a 1 in 6 and Wolfin doesn't realize what I'm about to say, he could just eat it, right? Thinking that the ball is safe. If both of these guys could fill both of those squares, you could put a guard in there to create a T shape and blitz around here straight up and just surf the ball. It's like 5-2s. It's not that difficult, is it? So this is, like, I don't know if Wolfin knew this was an incredibly important dodge or not, but it really was. Okay. So the ogre decides that the worst turn possible is the 1-2 thing. So now at this point you need to utilize the stand firm. Tag him with a shitter. Tag him with the leader thrower. Right, just go over there. Tag him. You need to utilize the stand firm. So you blitz through the DP and you stick the stand firm in the way. To absolutely know they have to come back this way. They can't go straight down because there's 2 stand firm in the way. That should be the plan. So the DP is who you want to twat. You could try and go the other way and blitz through this guy at the back and stick the DP behind him, but then like you haven't got enough stand firm to get in front then. See you later, basic. And this is a waste, right? This is a waste of a stand firm player. Because he's wrestle, so he's easy to knock down anyway. I mean, look at the obvious difference there. Stand firm being there stops this entire column from being usable, right? So these two can easily be swapped. Wrong square. It should maintain a screen with the other guy. This is not the right screen, is it? I mean, obvious problems. So you don't even have to care about him now. So because I said this is not a stand firm piece, so you can just blitz this guy. Like there's an assist right there, blitz this guy, and then everyone does the 2+ dodge through here, through the open gap that this guy accidentally miscounted, and away this way. Don't know why he's basing him there. Like you could have come around and based him from underneath, right? Gets the POW. Pushed him in the wrong square again. Should have pushed him left to make sure he was tagged on the DP. So I don't like this. Where is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could have gone there, I think. And then this guy can double dodge to come there. So you're screened. And then, like I said, this guy didn't have to be there. He should have been underneath. So this could have been screened completely rather than relying on the inability to roll a 4. Yeah. If you're going to roll all of those dice, if you're going to roll all those rushes and dodges, you shouldn't be in Chunt's column. You should be there, and you could have 2 players screening. So the problem with this is, if he rolls a 4+, and worse, rolls a 6, he knocks him to there, goes in the crowd, gets thrown that way, and if he gets thrown diagonally that way, you lose. Never mind, like, don't score. So if you're going to roll all of these dice, you need a better end result than this. It's unlikely to roll a 4-6, but it's not crazy. It's not a dice in, is it? He's got 3 rerolls. He can't do a 1 turn, so what else are you using them for? No, and he's not giving himself... So this is another thing that people need to learn. Again, this is not a Team England player, so it doesn't matter. But he's not giving himself the out, right? None of this is going to matter. The Pro Elf guy wants to score on the next turn. So these bases and stuff are not going to matter as much as if he gets the POW and it goes in the crowd and he has no one to go and pick it up. Just don't move everyone else first. Give yourself the chance for success. Look, he's moving everyone. And then fails the 4+ anyway. But it shouldn't have been on, right? And again, Wolfin's not even in Team England, but I'm treating him like he is for the purposes of analysis. Like, this shouldn't be on at that level. For the purposes of analysis, Wolfin, the England captain, has to know what he's talking about and do to pick the right players. So I'm going to treat him with the same respect. I'm going to give him the same level of analysis as I would as if he was on Team England, because he's making those decisions. So he didn't get his KO back. So he can't really do the 1 turn, But I will say you can do a movement 7 one turn. If he'd got his KO back, you technically can without it. It's just not very good. So these three guys should, it should be in your head to almost never, there's almost never a reason to stand your LOS together on turn 8. Like, it should be automatic to not do it. It makes one turns about 1,000% easier. That might have been a possibility, Valor. I didn't look. No damage whatsoever, of course. And he double fails his KO. Oof, that's rough. 25% his KO means he's only got 10 players. So this now is the problem the Pro Elves have, right? Basically, their drive has gone correctly. They're 1-0 up. But also, they've taken the normal amount of damage that Pro Elves take. Which is, they've taken 2 removals. Like, that's not a crazy, a lot of teams have Mighty Blow and your armor 7 anyway. So taking 2 removals is not unusual. So now you've got 10 players for defense. Your opponent doesn't always only have 10, but you are now taking LOS hits. And again, it's not unusual that one of those gets removed. Now you've got 9 players. And now it's starting to look like a shitty draw. Right? And that's the problem with the armor 7 teams that don't have a crazy good one turn. Pro Elves have an okay one turn. Rats can live and die on their one turn, especially if the Juggernaut Roger lives. Like, that can turn a lot of what should have been draws into wins, or losses into draws. Pro Elves just don't have that. Not really a good anti-blitz defense from the not England player, but again, it's not in Team England, so I do like the setup from the Pro Elves. I do try and say things that are right. I do like the width. I do like him giving himself the opportunity. Like, if this was a blitz, like he had, and no matter where the ball was, like, he had those opportunities because he spread out. I do like that. A lot of the other players don't do that. They just do shitty rule of 5. Like, just full basic bitch, and they don't give themselves any, like, opportunity for success. And there we go. That's why I said you get a removal, right? And he's still getting hit with Mighty Blow here. He's getting a YouTube cage, isn't he? Okay, he's not. Okay, he eats the Mighty Blow hit. He doesn't get it. He should have hit this one, because if he 1-in-9'd, it's not a wrestle. He actually does an armor 7 hit. Armor 7 stays on the pitch. He has got his own 2 armor 7 guys to worry about. Looks like he's going to 3 dice blitz to stand the ogre back up. It's not great to be doing this, assuming that that's going to happen, though, but... Yep, that's why. Now you didn't get a blitz, when you could have had a blitz and then just stood the ogre up and forced a dodge this dodge. So now you can get one dice on the ball, right? Because he's not guard. There's no one else on him. So, okay, the Pro Elves haven't put anyone in to tag this fender, which they should have done. This guy's in the wrong square. That's 2 dice. If he knocks him down, someone comes in to base the inside guy, and then he just hits him with the 1 dice for wrestle. But, like, I don't know why this wrestler's gone there instead of there. Maybe he'll fix it with someone else. Oh, no. We're not even attempting to sack the ball here. That's a 1 dice on the ball with wrestle. Okay. I mean, that's bad, isn't it? That's like a win condition right there. 5 plus 33% of the time that works. I mean, the dice wouldn't have let it happen, but that doesn't. You can't learn from the dice. You can only learn from the play. And I think if someone gives you a 1 dice with wrestle, you take it, or you try. Obviously, you would have rolled pushes and not been able to do it, but you try. Like again, he keeps standing off. Doesn't follow to there to give him a 2 dice block there and a 2 dice block there. Doesn't do any of this stuff. It's weird. He boneheaded again, by the way. So that ogre's been down for 3 turns now, but he's not giving himself these extra blocks. And then claiming space. If he's there and he takes the block, then stand firm can go up and stand on him, and we can have stand firm here and here or whatever. And like you've claimed this space, you've claimed this chunk of the opponent's half. You're moving forward. That's what the stand firms are for. You move forward into the half, and they can't push you back. Once you've got it, that space is yours. Or you could just roll all pushes. That works. And now this is exactly what happens, right? You've moved to the left, and he shut down the left because you didn't claim any of it. So now you got to come back through the middle. This guy should have been moved before he took a dodge, and he's dodged to the wrong place. Obviously, you screen here, right? If you're going to do this, just standard columns. He's removed, and now you pushed up an extra square again. Guards come in here. All stand firm guards. Okay, stand firm guards come in here. Please just take the extra squares. It's not his fault. He's just a dude, right? It is frustrating to just watch this level of play when you're trying to analyze the other guy. Like, what the ogre is just now on it. The ogre's not even, like, protected. He can just be 2 diced. I will say, as far as the Pro Elves are concerned, though, I wouldn't have wasted a blitz on him. I would have just blocked here and then blocked here. And then I would have blitzed this Fend guy, because he's armor 7. You'd get hits on both armor 7 guys here. No, this is the not a bad version because it's super safe because he's taking a blitz with block and instead of a blockless one, and then he's taking the block with wrestle that he would have anyway. But I'm not certain running the risk of the 1 in 9 here is worth giving up an extra block that you could have had on an armor 7 piece. It is a risk reward like analysis though, so up to you. And then he doesn't want his thrower killed for some reason. He doesn't have leader. The thrower should be still basing the auger. You want to encourage the auger blitz because it can go wrong. Can't make it a 3 dice there. So if you stayed there, then either he just stands up and he doesn't blitz with mighty blow, or he does a 2 dice with mighty blow, or he has to jam his guards in here and get punched back, and he does a 3 dice with mighty blow that he can roll a 1 on Bonehead and not get. Like, you actually actively want him to be encouraged to blitz with the auger. So and this guy's useless. It's defense. The thrower is basically an expensive lino. So tagging him is fine. You're not going to have a good 1 turn against stand firm and fend. It's just not happening. So he's useless for a 1 turn. And look, he boneheaded. If you'd been there, he could have been encouraged to blitz. He'd have lost his blitz. Oh my days. Did not like those pushes. Gets the stun. Does allow him to claim some more space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, get stuck in. Take these squares. He has to put in 2 assists to take a block. And then he's wasted 2 assists that can't be in front. You gotta start utilizing the guard stand firm pieces more angrily than this. No reason to be standing in Chunt's column. I mean, he's probably going to end up being fine that he can't be sacked. But like, you'd be better off 1 in and 1 up. There's a better square. Closer to the end zone. Impossible to sack. And go in the crowd. Tag the ogre. What are we doing here? We're blitzing him. We're blitzing the stand firm wrestle guy. Why? And then we're doing a dodge. Okay, I didn't like any of that turn. I think the correct blitz was this guy with the furthest left guy with wrestle or block to free up him and hopefully get a POW and then just screen. I don't like, again, half man's in it. Why is he giving up some blocks? POWs do happen. It's not like he can't take a 2 dice POW. He's got guards. The guard slot's in there, and that's 2 dice, and that's 2 dice. Then he blitzes this guy, and that's 2 dice. You could lose 3 players immediately here and just give up the score. And now you walked away from this guy. You can come around the top, and these 2 are useless. He comes around the top here, and you've lost 2 of your defense. You've lost 2 of your defense. Or he could just not do that. What do I know? Another reroll to get a POW. Does get a removal for it. Then does a dodge, and he's going to come around the top with him, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. Could have just done that for free with him. And then eats a dub skull without moving this guy. What? This guy wasn't dodging. Why didn't he already move? Doesn't POW him. Keeps him tagged. Follows. Okay. But this is the problem, isn't it? This is the exact problem with Pro Elves. He's running out of Pro Elves. Every pro elf that leaves the pitch is another percentage closer to a draw. He's just out of pro elves. Now everyone goes up this way. Okay, everyone except the ogre goes up this way. Everyone except this way, he says. Not this way. He's panicking, isn't he? The bell's gone. This is full panic mode. This is going to be a bunch of rushes. Oh my days. I mean, that is one of the worst shapes you could have come up with there, isn't it? You had an entire team to create a shape, and that's what you came up with. Can this guy just sack the ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he has to do a 3-2 to get 2 dice on the ball. Oh wait, no, he's just blocked this guy. Can he do it? Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's just 2 dice on the ball here. Oh, wait, it was tackle. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, so now he has to do a 3-2 with him. I saw this and didn't realize it was the tackle guy. Ignore me. Errata and all of that. That was pretty silly of me not to notice that he was going to land on the floor. But he can still do it with him, right? He just has to 3-2, which is better than having to roll a 6 because that's on blodge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a shame he can't do extra dodges and just sack the ball with him. But there's no easy dodge, so it's a 4+. Maybe a 4+, 2+ to 2 dice. He can't 2 dice with wrestle because he can't get around the top. Now, ignore me. He has to come from below and he has to roll a power. So he comes 3-2, 2, 2, and then 2-2-2, 2 dice. You don't have enough elves to get in front of this. That's your only shot. You have nothing else. So we're not doing it. Oh wait, okay. I don't think that was better. Wait a minute. We're going for it with the wrestle, but which direction are we going here? Are we doing the 4-2? Maybe the 4-2 is okay, actually. Through here and come round. I don't hate this. I don't think that was correct. He could have come around the back. I don't know why he went through there. But the 4-2 through here might work. 75% into 2+. You got multiple rerolls. That might be better. I'd have to samber it. And unfortunately, he rolls 2s. So I don't hit the attempt. And that's the attempt, right? He had to try it. There was nothing else to do. Because he's run out of pro elves. So even though he played better than his opponent, this is the problem with pro elves. This is the problem that I fear that Sol is going to run into. Pro elves be dying, man. Pro elves be dying. Yeah, he couldn't, because he put him on the sideline. He couldn't use him to chain. Oh, oh, oh! Little sphincter tensing moment at the end there. And yeah, this is it, isn't it? There's no chance of a 1-turn. I will say this doesn't look like he's okay. So you have to set up for a timeout. Yeah, why isn't everyone just on the LOS? Like pretty basic. This one, you have no 1-turn. So why isn't everyone set up on the LOS, except for the thrower, obviously, to get a timeout? That one's pretty crap at the end. Tabletoppers and their kickoff events, man. They just don't seem to care that they exist. Sure. Just for laughs is fine, isn't it? All right. There we go. That's another game done. Hope I wasn't too annoying to the guy who doesn't give a crap that I exist. But the other guy, like I said, I treated him as a Team England player because essentially he needs to know what he's talking about to pick Team England, right? We'll see what he thinks about it. I'll send it to him. Anyway, there's another game done. I will see you in the next one.